Good morning, my dear children. I hope you all are doing well. So let's start our today's English CB class, and I'm going to start chapter 6, that is about Jawaharlal Nehru. We all know that Jawaharlal Nehru is also known as Chacha Nehru, no? He loved the children very much, and just because of that, on his birthday, that is 14th November, it's celebrated as Children's Day in India, right? So he loved the children very much, and he was loved by the children as well. So Jawaharlal Nehru, or Chacha Nehru as children fondly called him, was the first Prime Minister of independent India. He was the first Prime Minister of independent India. He fought for India's independence and was imprisoned 9 times in this struggle. Imprisoned means he kept him in prison for 9 times just because of this independence movement. As Prime Minister, he developed India into a strong and peaceful nation. Jawaharlal Nehru loved children immensely, that means deeply, extremely, and his birthday, 14 November, is celebrated as Children's Day in India. Jawaharlal Nehru was born on 14th November 1889 in Allahabad in British India. His mother was Swaruprani Thusu and his father was Motilal Nehru. Motilal Nehru was a very successful lawyer and also participated in the independence struggle. So this is about his family background. So he was born on 14th November 1899 in Allahabad. Then his mother was Swaruprani Thusu and his father was Motilal Nehru, and his father was a successful lawyer. Even not only that, his father also have taken part in the struggle, in the movement of that independence, movement. For the first 16 years of his life, Nehru was taught at home by tutors and English governess. That means by the age of, for the first 16 years, he didn't go to school. He was taught at home by tutors, home tutors were there, and English governess. English governess means ladies who taught and took care of children in private houses, no? Some children they keep in that crèche type of this, that is called English governess. He didn't go to school for the first 16 years, okay? He later went to England and studied at Harrow School and Trinity College, Cambridge. Afterwards, he went to England and for studies at Harrow School and Trinity College. Then Nehru went on to study law in London. After completing the studies in Trinity College, he went on to study law. And where did he go? To London for studying law. He returned to India in 1912 and took a keen interest in the independence struggle. He was very much interested in the movement of Indian independence, and he took active participation in that movement. Okay. In 1916, he married Kamala Kaul. A year later, their daughter Indira was born. So his wife's name was Kamala Kaul, and his daughter Indira was born after a year. She too would grow up to follow in his father's footsteps and one day become the Prime Minister of India. His daughter, that means Indira, she also followed her father's footstep, and one day she became the Prime Minister of India. Although Nehru was always connected with the political situation of this time, he wholeheartedly joined the freedom movement after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. This is very significant in this Jallianwala Bagh massacre is very significant in history, no? You might have heard that. So, let me tell you something about this Jallianwala Bagh massacre, what it actually took place in Amritsar. So, this is also known as Amritsar massacre, okay? And why it happened? Actually, what is the reason behind this massacre? Actually, what happened? British troops fired on a large crowd of unarmed Indians in an open space without any reason. Okay, so just because of that, this started on 13th April 1919. A large number of non-violent protesters gathered at Jallianwala Bagh when, under the command of Brigadier General Dyer, the gates of the palace were closed to the protesters could not escape. Then the British military fired at them continuously for 10 minutes, killing 379 people and injuring at least 1,200 more people. When Nehru heard how brutally these unarmed civilians were attacked, he vowed to fight the British in every way he could. So this is the reason behind the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, that British, without any reason, they fired on a large crowd of unarmed India. And just because of that, uh, Nehru, he vowed to fight the British. Vote means promise to do something against these British rulers, no? So this incident moved him to increase his efforts for Indian independence. This is the main reason he had taken part, active participation in India's independence. Nehru became a vital member of the Indian National Congress and was president of the political party. He was deeply influenced by Mahatma Gandhi and worked very closely with him. He was even arrested several times for participating in the civil disobedience movement, but his time in jail only strengthened his resolve to gain independence for India. He also used this time to understand Gandhiji's principle of non-violence and non-cooperation. He followed Gandhiji's principle of non-violence and non-cooperation. Non-cooperation means not to cooperate. Here it's mainly not to cooperate with British government, and non-violence, that means the policy of using peaceful method without having means in spite of having violent, refraining from the use of violence, the policy of using peaceful methods. So he followed the Gandhiji's principles. Okay, so till here I explained today. Next, I have given few word meanings apart from that book: brutally, vote, non-violence, non-cooperation, immensely. These all word meanings are given. You please write it down in the class copy along with the word meanings given in the book. Okay. Now, next I have given that assignment, fill in the blanks. So read the passage and you will be able to do it. Das was the first Prime Minister. Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister. He was born, dash, it is given in the book. For the first 16 years of his life, Nehru was taught at home by dash and dash. These all are given in the book. So you must read the book and write the answers on your own. Okay, I'm not going to give you any answer key. You only have to find out the answer and you have to write. If you don't write, if you ask for answer key, it will not be provided, because I discussed everything in class. All are given from the book. Read the passage, you will be able to do that.